Trey's wanting to do some mowing today, and his riding mower is out of gas. And how much do you think it holds? About a gallon? About a gallon and a half. So he needs a fill up, and we don't have a fill up to give him, and I don't want to run to town. We started thinking, what's got gas in it? So the new green tractor has gas in it. So they got a little out of that. Little out of a trash water pump. Water trash pump. I remember the generator probably had gas in it. This is probably red gas.
Yeah, but it's so old.
Yeah.
This might be like 4 years old, so just use it up.
Yeah.
And then
They said they wanted to siphon the gas out of my old blue Buick, and I brought this home for Jack. They sell these at Menards. It's a Performax brand. It starts the siphon for you so that you don't have to suck on the hose. And I had it on hand for sucking the water out of toilets for when you remove a toilet, and then you don't have to sit there sponging out all the excess water. That's my job in renovating the houses, is, you know, floors and replacing pink toilets. So the guys are scavenging some gas before they get on to their other jobs today, and then I can show you what's going on with the hay mower, because they got that work done while I was gone doing other things yesterday. So that Kohler swap worked out really good for him, but it is a bit cold-blooded, so he's letting that warm up right now. Dad said there was, with the rec gas price, like $25 worth of fuel just in that generator, so better to use it up than let it sit. Somebody challenged me a while ago about how many tires you have on the farm, and you know, when you start adding in wheels for like lawnmower wheels or tires on something like this, I was over 300 tires really fast. So gallons of gas work out the same way. Speaking of this, well, it keeps raining on and off, and every time I start finishing my edging on this, it starts raining. It was not supposed to rain the other day until like between 5 and 7 o'clock, and it starts raining at 1. So I moved on to another project. If it rains, this can get moved in. And it did rain, and it got moved in. So 2 days ago, we did the final coat on it. It is our regular push lawn mower, and this air filter was so clogged. It was clogged with like oil and gas. It was having some issues. So the engine needed looked at. Well, he had to take it off anyway. So I said, well, let's just paint the deck. This was like a $25, $50 lawnmower a couple years ago. And why not preserve it for a little while longer? So I'm not looking forward to putting it back together, because 3 of us took it apart in different stages. So we keep kind of got to get everybody around to do that. In the meantime, I said I took off yesterday and had some things to do. You know, he likes his old trucks. That's his truck project there that's kind of on hold for stuff. Oh, we put gas in the car. Had a little extra. That's part of it. I took off and I had to go to Indiana yesterday, and I had to buy gas. And you know what? I found gas for $4.52 at a co-op, and I could pay with my credit card. I didn't need their special gas card. So these are the trucks, and these are tires. This is a 68 only rim, and they've got these clips, and that holds the caps on. So it took a special chrome cap instead of a painted cap, and we have a 68, and it's this old one that they got running, and they haven't pulled it out because it was winter time and gotten to it, and my Suburban is parked in front of it. It's in the way. So we're thinking we need to do some clean out, pull the yellow truck in here, and pull this one out, because this is supposed to be the project truck for working on this summer, and they haven't been messing with it. Well, he asked me if I'd go get these wheels for him. So Jack and I went for a long ride, did some rail fanning. This came with Dodge wheels on it because they were the right size, but otherwise they were wrong. So now he's got the 4 tires, and the guy threw in the spare when I got there. He said, oh, I didn't realize that was there. You can have it. So I got some hard to find 68 rims, and I guess they're extra fat. I don't know. It says they're 10 16.5s, and normally I guess they're 9 16.5s. And that one is super good, and this one is pretty good too. But for just rolling around in the garage, this is pretty great also. So I'm thinking I might go to Harbor Freight and get him some of those dollies that go under the trucks for moving them around the shop. The trouble is we don't have an even floor, and whoever did this it's like an inch thick. There's hollow spots that just keep crumbling and falling apart. So I don't know if it'll work on this surface or not. So let me know about your experience with those. Obviously we don't normally have sand on the floor, but the power steering was leaking on that. So more projects, more things coming. Hit those playlists and hit the notification bell so you know what we're working on when. As a daily thing, I said we talk about at night or in the morning when we're waking up, kind of what's the plan for the day. This was not part of my plan for the day, but George wanted his sister's old desk, and these were in the way, so I'm gonna work on these too after I get that mower kind of back together. As you know, it's not like farms have fuel shortages, but you gotta be careful with your fuel too. So usually this is mostly diesel fuel on or off-road. It's 3 compartment. He made this last year. There's videos in the playlist about that. He actually had it advertised on a local auction site because with gas prices being up, you know, it's good to have a tank like this when gas prices are low, but, you know, to have it after the fact, it can be tough. So he just figured list it for sale, and if somebody wants it, he can always make another one. We had that water wagon, and somebody took that to use as a farm refueler too, and that gave him the idea to do this. And you can see he added those magnetic lights to it so it can run off of a battery, which works really good. And then if you got to go out to a field with a tractor, you've got portable transportation. So this guy messages us, saw it through the auction site, wanted to know where he could see it and if it was empty right now or not. And then made a comment about, well, I didn't know if I'd be allowed to take that to the gas station with my truck. Well, you know, I'm not going to tell you where my fuel supply is so you can come and steal it. So we just filled up these tanks and the backhoe. So that is going to go get locked up in a shed. Lock your nozzles and things like that, because even, I mean, people with the best intentions think, oh, 5 gallons here or there doesn't matter. The guy across the street had to park his service car with a trail camera in the back of the car because his fuel was disappearing because he's not there. And if somebody knows it, prices like this, they're gonna steal it. So unfortunately, this is what we're resorting to, is keeping 5 gallons in the local shed and keeping the fueling thing locked up, because $6 a gallon, that's a lot of money. And this little wagon, been using the heck out of it. So just some quick math, at $6 a gallon, this is $120. So this time of year, you know, farmers hire kids or neighbors to come and help them with hay and straw, and then they go and help themselves to a tank of gas, 5 gallons of gas at a time. Before you know it, the stack wagon pays for itself because you're not losing money this way, or, you know, like I said, the best intentions, people get dishonest real quick. So better to keep it locked up, keep them honest. You know what they say, good fences make good neighbors, and locks and a tight lip sometimes help too. We just found about another 10 or 15 gallons of gas because we had some tractors out here and the old car, and just transferred it over to the other car so that they're all mixed in, old and new, and we'll use it up. Why not use it before somebody else steals it? We've been a lot busy with all of our projects, but I decided to go and set myself up. I found a chair and I am just relaxing for a minute. I've been in the kitchen making homemade ice cream and smoothies. Murdoch's watering his plants. He's got tomatoes growing here like a jungle. These are all potatoes. He's got some cucumbers growing here and some tomatoes and sunflowers growing here. Everything was looking a little droopy at like 87, 88 degrees today. We were supposed to have rain yesterday, so the garden didn't get watered. The cucumbers, let's go. Look at that. He planted these a week ago and they are just taking off right away. That's the great thing about cucumbers. You don't have to time your garden so that everything's done all at once. But I got him some tomato cages and we staked these up. This is like the best going sunflower in the whole place. The bunnies have eaten most of them. Little buggers. This is a different variety. They're a lot smaller and they don't get as much sun. But see, a little bunny comes along here and nibbles the tops off. I figured that there was enough that she would leave some of them. But yeah, they're too tasty. He's got flowers going on the pumpkins. They're doing really good. And short of a couple of hose accidents, they all came up. We had 3 little spots there that the hose caught. And then he planted in some watermelon here. Those were all a replant, so they're a little small. Got rows of peas. He did this all on his own. I just had to keep encouraging him to come out. And this is his first real full garden. And I just kept telling him, real estate, use all of it. The carrots got planted about a week and a half ago. Those are his carrot tops. We are going to have the makings of a good stew. But isn't his garden just doing amazing? He's a good guy. Well, it worked out real good. Trey helped me and we got the mower all put back together. That was quite a job. Taking off that back flap, it had those little clips instead of like screws and bolts. So I kind of gave up for the day today and decided I was going to retire a little early because I didn't do good last night. You got to quit sometime and you got to rest. So that's nice that that job got done. I went along the fence row and I cleaned that up a bit more on the cattle fencing. Yeah, it was a busy day. Some days it feels like we're jumping all around doing all kinds of things. Some days it feels like we get nothing done at all. It's easy to forget that it was 90 degrees today and I did more than my fair share of work, especially after not having a great night's sleep. But went along this fence. It had been more amount of time of being pushed back and everything with the backhoe. So a lot of what I shoveled a lot easier. So I got 5 sections done instead of normally I was doing 3. And I'm just getting into the deeper sections of stuff where they were fed the most. Hi there. How you doing? So tomorrow I'll start in and I'll aim for another 3, and if I get 5, that'll be great, because here there's only about 2 sections that are really high, maybe a third, and it'll all be cleaned up and it won't ever happen again. So I'd say that's good enough for today, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time. And join us again for more haymaking, projects, equipment, purchases. They're always on the lean side, but you get the idea. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell and you'll know when the next video comes out.